The trade landscape is complex with a rich history of imports and exports shaping the economy. The average import price of apples in India stands at 61 US cents per kilogram. Both the USA and UAE exports apples at a rate of 51 US cents, which is equivalent to 26 rupees per kilogram. However, India has implemented a minimum import price of rupees 50 per kilogram to all apples exporting countries except Bhutan to safeguard the Indian apple growers. In addition to this, there is a measure of 75% import duty on apples, resulting in an imported apple to India costing 87 rupees and 50 pice. When factoring in a 25% markup of handling, transportation and storage, as well as an additional 25% profit margin for the retailer, the final selling price of a kilogram of apple amounts to rupees 137 rupees. Despite apple being exempt from GST, consumers often end up paying a steep price. Centuries ago, the British East India Company monopolized the cotton trade, selling fabric back to India. Gandhiji's introduction of khadi aimed to counter this exploitation. We seem to have regressed to the era of the British East India Company. However, instead of the company directly exploiting Indians, a handful of Gujarati exporters along with their proxies in locations such as UAE, Mauritius and Papua New Guinea are now exploiting Indians. While India imports apples, India also exports sweet gala apples to USA, UAE and Bhutan. Bhutanese purchase 1 kilogram of Indian apples at the rate of rupees 20. In 2022, Bhutan imported about 310,000 US dollar worth of apples from India and marketed them as domestically grown apples. Ironically, Bhutan exported 385.1 million US dollar worth of apples to India. This practice was observed during the first I.N.D.I.A government in 1999, where a substantial quantity of rice was exported to Mauritius. Even before the containers reached the Mauritian harbour, the consignments were transferred to another vessel bound for a different country where exports from India were prohibited. These malpractices were eventually brought under control after considerable effort by the UPA government. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. According to Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, the right to health and right to food are guaranteed. However, crony capitalism, while aiding the government in financial gain, deprives access to apples, which is a fundamental entitlement. Indians deserve fair trade and access to quality products like Bharuch peanuts and Indian sweet gala apples. It is time for change.